Today, in modern times, our skies are filled with countless species of birds, with the largest fly among them being a wandering albatross, who can boast a wingspan up to 11 feet. However, birds haven't always dominated the skies like they do today. Around 70 to 65 million years ago, during the late Cretaceous, the largest creature to have ever soared the skies lived in the US. Named after the Aztec god Quetzalcoatl, the pterosaur Quetzalcoatlus had evolved to be so large it could no longer be satisfied by feeding on fish and other small vertebrates, like its reptilian kin did. But how did the largest creature to ever fly rise to prominence? And for a creature so magnificent, why did it go extinct alongside its lesser pterosaur relatives? Hello guys and welcome. Subscribe if you're new. Long before birds had evolved, pterosaurs were the masters of the skies, first taking flight by the Triassic. With no major aerial competition, these flying reptiles became numerous in species, with the smallest, Nemicholopterus crypticus, being the size of a sparrow. However, by the late Cretaceous, pterosaurs became slightly less diverse, with the group known as Azhdarchids becoming the main type of pterosaurs. From Azhdarchids, large pterosaurs like Quetzalcoatlus and Hatzegopteryx emerged. Almost every aspect of Quetzalcoatlus was enormous. Much like modern giraffes, it stood over 5 meters tall, its skull alone was longer than average human height, measuring around 8¼ feet long, and its wingspan was around 39 feet wide. Overall, Quetzalcoatlus was larger than many small planes. But how was a creature that large ever able to fly? Over the years, it's been heavily debated on how exactly an animal of such size could even take off. Well, firstly, to compensate for its massive size, Quetzalcoatlus's bones were filled with air pockets, making it light in weight. To take off, some scientists believe that the pterosaur used its strong, muscular front arms to vault its body into the air, for a burst of powered flight before changing to gliding. Whilst in flight, it was believed to have achieved speeds of up to 80 miles per hour and could have travelled 643 kilometers a day. Nonetheless, Quetzalcoatlus wasn't always believed to be the aerial abomination that we've come to know today. For a while, scientists imagined that Quetzalcoatlus and its kin acted more like giant vultures, scavenging the carcasses of dinosaurs, whilst still hunting their own prey, fish, over freshwater systems, by skimming the water to catch any fish lingering too close to the surface. They came to these conclusions since, unlike other large pterosaurs, such as the crested pteranodon, Quetzalcoatlus's fossils were found inland. However, further studies into the pterosaur's fossils revealed that they lacked the jaws and neck structure for such a lifestyle. And finally, for an animal that was such a marvel of nature, how did Quetzalcoatlus end up going extinct? As you already probably know, the pterosaurs and non-avian dinosaurs were all wiped out as a consequence of the meteorite striking Earth. The drastic change in the climate and landscape caused most vegetation to wither and die off, which in turn slowly killed off the large vertebrates that feasted on those plants. But how does this all relate to our flying reptile? Well, as I mentioned earlier, Quetzalcoatlus was a big animal, and big animals have large appetites. With barely any decently sized vertebrates around, the pterosaur was left with no food, dooming the species to seemingly die of starvation. Especially in the New World, where the smaller you were, the better you survived. And so concludes the story of the largest flying animal in Earth's history. Well guys, if you enjoyed the video, then leave a like, and subscribe to catch more dinophile videos like this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your day, and see you soon.